Hi everyone, welcome to our studio Model Mart. Let's see what we've got in store today. Hi everyone, Model Mark here. Slightly different one today. A few people have got multi-protocol modules for their Taranis transmitters and the like, and some only have 64 kilobyte chips in them, which means that you can't install the full latest version of the multi-protocol module firmware, and you need to actually custom make your firmware, which is a bit daunting for a lot of people. So I thought what I'd do is a very quick tutorial to show you what to do. All the links needed are in the bottom of the video. So the first link is this one here to GitHub, the DIY multi-protocol module. So once you're on there, really simple, at the top here you see this code button. You select that and just say download zip. What that does is download everything you need to do your multi-protocol custom firmware. There's also a link to the protocols page, so it shows you what all the protocols are that are available, and you can see down here everything that's there. So if you want DSM for your Spectrum receivers, you've basically got your DSM protocols, things like E129 for the Eachine E129 helicopter, eSky, FlySky, everything's down here. So you just need the code for what you're using. Another example is KN. Now some of the XK models, such as the XK X600, or sorry, A600, use KN on their receiver, so it's this WL Toys version. What I was doing this particularly for was the XK, so the X450, the latest firmware, resolves all the bugs in the X450. So again, that's really useful to control your X450 on your Taranis. So that's your reference for all these codes. These are the ones you need to know. And then you choose the ones that you want to use. So if you have a need for DSM and X450, then you want the DSM and you want the XK firmwares. And once you know that, that's the primary thing you need. So I'll come on to that in a moment. The last thing you need to do, and I've again included the link in this, is for Arduino. And again, nothing to be scared of here. You can download the app or download the zip file from Arduino, links below. Download that and install Arduino, but don't worry about doing anything else with it. Once you've got the Arduino downloaded and installed, and you've got the multi-protocol downloaded and installed, and I'll move on and show you what to do next. Okay, so once you have the multi-protocol zip file downloaded, it looks like this. If you right click on it and say extract all, and it will just extract to a folder where it is. And now this gives us everything we need to do your module. So go down into it and you'll see we've got a few folders. Now the first thing you want to do in the bootloaders folder is go to boards. And then in here are the drivers for your multi-protocol module. So you can plug it straight into your PC using the USB lead. So for Windows, go into the Windows section and you've got an install drivers.bat. right click on that and say run as administrator. So I've already got them installed, so I won't do it now, but all you've got to do is run that as administrator. That will run the installation, install the drivers, acknowledge any prompts, and then you're good to plug your module in, and it will recognize it and be able to use it. The next part is back to the main root. You'll see a multi-protocol folder, and in here are all the different parts for every protocol and every setup. This is basically the firmware for the module. So when you hear the word firmware, it's just this bunch of files in this folder here. Now the important one that we need is the one at the very top, _config.h. That's basically the file that chooses what happens. So I'm going to make it really easy to do this. So if you right click on it and say open with, and then choose notepad and OK, and that will now open in notepad. Make it as big as I can for you. Now there's lots and lots of stuff in here and it all looks scary, but don't worry about it. Scroll down and eventually, not very far down, you'll get to a section that says protocols to include. These are all those protocols that we saw in the list. Now this depends on whether you've got a 4-in-1 or a 5-in-1 module. Slightly further up, you'll see a section that shows all the chips here. So normally these are 4-in-1 modules, and they include these 4 chips by default, so they're defined. If you have a 5-in-1 module, then this double hash needs to be removed so that it acknowledges it's got the 5th chip on board as well. But most are 4-in-1 modules. So once you've covered that off, move down to here, and this is all the protocols that are available for every chip. So what you need to do is decide which ones you want, and we // all the ones you don't want. So for my purposes, I'm going to keep Hubson and WFly, and then on the next row I'm going to just keep DSM. Now you see DSM RX, that's because you can use the multi-protocol module as a buddy lead. If your friend has one the same, you can set up DSM RX, and what that does is turns the module into a receiver rather than a transmitter, and you can link 2 Taranises or whatever together using one as a transmitter and one as a receiver, and use it to buddy with a friend. So again, just work your way down the list and take out everything you don't want. Easy as that. Just leave the ones that you do need. Take everything out. By doing this, it reduces the size of the firmware because it doesn't need so much space to fit everything in. Really simple. Take everything out that you don't want. A bit boring, but nothing to be scared of. Hash everything out. See, it's only taken us a couple of minutes to do it all. Okay, that's everything done. Click File and Save. And that is our config.h saved. And close that. and then move down to a file called multiprotocol.ino. Now you'll see these all have the symbol here that looks the same as the Arduino symbol. So that means it's associated with Arduino now. You double click that multiprotocol.ino file and it'll open Arduino. If it hasn't got the association, then you go into Arduino and browse down to wherever you've saved this file. Double click, Arduino opens up, and we get our screen. Because we've already edited that file, we don't have much else to do. First thing to do is go into Tools and then come down to your boards and select your board. So in my case, because it's a 64K board, it's shown as 64K. If it's 1 to 8, you can choose your 1 to 8, but a 1 to 8 will fit the whole protocol in it anyway, so you probably wouldn't need to worry about doing this. But you choose the 64K board. You then move to debug and make sure that that says on. Okay, so you can plug your multi-protocol module into your PC now using the USB lead. You should hear Windows will bing and load the drivers so that it appears, and then within Arduino, and you'll see the ports lit up, and if it's not selected, select it to be the COM port that it's shown on your PC. That'll show it's properly connected. Then go up to the tick, that's verify, that just to make sure we've made no mistakes. Click that and you'll see down the bottom there that it shows compiling and a progress bar on the right. And as long as that all completes successfully, as you see now, it says done compiling. That's all good, and it tells you how much memory it's going to use at that point. So we're way down under our 64K, even with all the stuff selected. So if that's good, you go back up to the top and you click the right arrow, which means upload, and that actually uploads the sketch and puts it into your module, and you'll hear it connect and disconnect, and it says done uploading, and you're done. So as long as that's done, there's no errors and all looks good, that is it. You can close Arduino and you can unplug your multi-module, pop it in your Taranis, and you should find all the ones you've selected are now available on it when you go into the menu of the Taranis for the external module. Hope that's been of help. There's links for everything below, links to modules as well if you don't already have one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.